What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Well, tonight is Sunday night, and this one I'm making real time. So a lot of times I make videos, and I'll make 2 or 3 a day or whatever. Some days I don't make any, whatever. This one, it's Sunday. I'm making it Sunday, and I'm going to put it up Sunday, so you guys will see this pretty much live time. Now, throughout 2011 I started doing this. So about the last 8 or 9 years, my views have changed on some things. Like, I've changed. I've grown as an individual. Some of my thoughts and views on things have changed and have grown. And as I grow and change and learn new things, I pass them along to you. My whole goal is to go through this thing we call life, learn as much as I can, experience as much as I can in the healthiest way that I can, compared to what I've done in the past, because I've done some really shitty things in the past. Food-wise, I've made bad decisions. Drugs, I mean, you name it, I've made bad decisions. And as I've grown and learned, I've gained wisdom. Not knowledge, but wisdom. And I've applied that knowledge to the wisdom, and the more wisdom that I gain, the more things seem very clear to me. And I figure that if I could pass it along to you, you know, you may not be at the same point I'm at right now, but you may be heading in that direction. Some people are transitioning to that point right now where they're learning more about themselves health-wise and stuff. And yeah, I love bodybuilding as a sport. I just don't compete anymore. I'm not involved in it. I'm not trying to push my body like that anymore. It's like one of these things where you grow as an individual and you become a new you, but that old piece of you is still you. Now, food-wise, things that I've been talking about, the Monsanto's Roundup, the glyphosate, cancer-causing things, I put that stuff out there because as I get older, I realize that I'm more likely to come down with these ailments as I get older, not when I was younger. So now I'm really studying them to know what happens to myself, as well as people that I know that are my age that I can help. That eventually when this stuff happens to them, I can help them try to get better faster or overcome certain things. Now, the food supply is something that is really kind of shocked the shit out of me, because my whole life I was just under the impression that, hey, food is food, McDonald's is fine, this is fine, that's fine. All these chemicals in the food we know are causing cancer, period. There's stuff in the environment, there's stuff in the food. Now, the problem that I have with is there are people that go the all or none. So what they say, like, and when I say the people that criticize me about it, they'll say, well, Jerry, what are you supposed to do, not do anything? Like, you can't even breathe air, like, you can't stop everything from happening, so why even bother? Like, that's their attitude. It's like, I can't stop the Monsanto's Roundup from being in the food, so I might as well go tanning, smoke cigarettes, fucking do everything, because I can't stop that, so I might as well not stop anything. And I think it's a really stupid way to look at things and a really ignorant way to look at things, because no, you can't eliminate everything that's going to cause cancer. You can't do that. But you can limit those things to make your body in a better position to beat cancer or not even get cancer in the first place, right? So you can put yourself in a position to win health-wise by minimizing certain things. You know, you can't eliminate them, but you can minimize them, which makes all the difference. So the ignorant people that say, well, you can't stop us, you might as well just live life and have fun, ha ha ha, are the same people that come down with shit or on tons of medications, or it blows my fucking mind that they don't get it. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I'm trying to put out information and people think that I'm talking down to them and pointing the finger like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. That's not the case. I still drink whey protein. Now, I also know that whey protein, as well as plant-based proteins, have heavy metals in them. Okay, so I'm not going to stop drinking my protein powders. So what I did was find a way to add another supplement in it that binds to the heavy metals in the blood that pulls them out of your body. So in essence, like, basically I made a lactate for heavy metals. That's what I did. Like, you find a solution to the problem so those things don't affect you. Whereas you're not just ignorant and blind walking around thinking none of it fucking matters, or acting like, well, I can't stop it anyway, so fuck it, I'm not even going to try. Like, that's like going to work and saying, like, I can't be the president of the job today and I just started, so I'm not even going to try to be my best and be president because fuck it, I can't do it today. It's like you work at it, you chip away at it until you attain your goal. Same thing with the food. You don't all of a sudden eliminate everything in your fucking life that could possibly cause cancer in one day. Like, you kind of minimize it throughout time, and you find different things. You find different ways to live a normal life, have the things you like, but minimize the chances of fucking yourself up by putting shitty stuff in your body. Okay, now, I'm not saying all sugar is bad. I'm saying too much sugar is bad, so eliminate some of that sugar. I'm not saying all processed foods are bad. Matter of fact, tonight is my cheat day. I get this sub sandwich from the fucking, we call it a grinder, from the New York fucking pizza joint. It's like a mom and pop place down the street. I get this turkey sub. It's fucking processed turkey deli meat. It's got processed cheese on it. I get the fucking jalapeno peppers and shit on it. I get mayonnaise on it. I get fucking mushrooms. I throw all kinds of shit on that thing and I eat it. But I'm also aware what I'm putting in my body is not good for me. So therefore, tomorrow, I'm not going to eat shit that's not good for me. I'm going to eat better shit for me to balance that out. So you're learning a way to balance and minimize your risks at fucking you up when you're older. Now, some people that are younger are not going to get this. They don't give a fuck. I was one of them. I'm not anymore. I'm 43 years old, and I fully understand after seeing people around me come down with disease, especially cancer, that you need to make these small changes. And what I want to do tonight is just show you a few small changes. And this is not all. I've made some serious changes to my lifestyle, guys. Matter of fact, I don't even drink any kind of filtered tap or and filtered, I mean whether it's filtered on my refrigerator, filtered from home, or even like those waters from that you buy in bottle filter. I don't even drink those. I've only drank Fiji water for the last 5 years, which is bottled directly from a spring source, which doesn't have fluoride in it. I've minimized the amount of fluoride in my body. I don't have the fluoride filter on the shower, but I don't ingest fluoride. Like there's just some things you can do, but you don't have to be neurotic about it. Just be aware. Just be awake and aware of what's going on around you. So some of the changes that I'm going to show you right now, they're small, but they help you a big amount. Like a little change can go a long way. So one of the things that I like to do, honestly, is I like Starburst candy, right? So I decided that I was going to go out and find something that, and I did because it's out there. You just have to look. This is called Lovely Organic Candy Chewies, right? So inside this, we have organic brown rice sugar. We have organic cane sugar, organic palm oil, citric acid, organic rice extract, colored with beet juice, natural flavors, organic strawberry flavor, and organic cumin. That's what's in here. A big difference from what's in the friggin' Starburst, right? So if you look at these things, they come in a bag just like Starburst. You pull them out, they look like Starburst. Like they're wrapped like Starburst. If I can peel the candy open just like fucking Starburst, right? Opens them up. It doesn't quite look like Starburst because it's colored and flavored with natural fucking juices. Like it's not weird shit. I'm gonna eat this one right now. So, something like that. You're taking that other garbage out of your body, replacing it with this, you're still having your fucking candy. There's still 2 grams of fat, 25 grams of carbs, or 15 grams of sugar in 5 pieces. It's still loaded with sugar. It's still a candy, but it doesn't have all the chemicals and garbage in it. I should probably finish doing this first, but that Starburst has in it. Another thing is this gluten-free whole grain oatmeal. It's still a banana flavored oatmeal like the instant oatmeals, except this one has gluten-free oats, brown sugar, bananas, maple sugar, ground flax, and sea salt. It doesn't have the Monsanto's Roundup in it. I checked. This is not one of the companies that has Roundup in it. Glyphosate. It's still flavored with sugar and stuff. It's still an oatmeal, but it doesn't have the shit in it these Quaker oatmeals and stuff have. It doesn't have the chemicals in it. It doesn't have the Roundup in it. It's completely different. It is gluten-free also, which, I mean, I'm not gluten sensitive, but I shouldn't have fucking eaten this candy because it takes forever. Sticking to my teeth. But, I mean, the bottom line is, it's a healthier alternative to the oatmeals out there that have the Roundup and shit in them. So it's like, I'm not giving up any taste. It still has the same macros. It's got 29 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 9 grams of sugar, 150 calories, 1 pouch. It's still got the same fucking macros in it. It still tastes great. The banana flavor is awesome. Matter of fact, I like it better than the Quaker Oats. But the bottom line is, it's a healthier alternative that helps you minimize the shit that you're putting in your body. You know, as far as bars, I don't like protein bars. I'll be honest with you, I don't like what's in them. I've read all the ingredients and shit. I don't like them. So what I do is, if I want a protein bar or bar, I eat something called the Hemp Bar. Now, this is very hippie of me, right? You might go, Jerry's a fucking hippie. Listen, bottom line is, I want healthier alternatives to still have something that I like to eat that takes up the calories and stuff. Like, you don't have to eliminate things. You don't just have to have water and chicken breast. You know what I mean? Like, you can have these foods, but put a little effort in. So this Hemp Bar right here, this is what's in this fucking bar. Pecans, figs, apples, dates, hemp protein powder, hemp seeds, coconut nectar, turmeric, and cinnamon. That's it, and it's all organic. And this thing tastes like a fruit bar, right? So macro-wise, you're looking at 200 calories, 10 grams of fat, 22 carbs, and 7 protein. So this is pretty much like some of the protein bars have a little bit higher protein in them, but you're looking at 200 calories still for this bar, except again, you're looking at organic things that don't have the Roundup and other chemicals and bullshit in them. Excuse me. And you keep a bar in your diet if you want to have it. And want to have 5 of these a day, guess what? They don't fuck up your stomach. You eat some of these other bars that are on the market, you have 2 of them a day, you're fucked up. Gas, diarrhea, like you're all fucked up. You can have a whole case of these a day. You're not going to have that. It's whole natural foods. And people are always out there like, Jerry, why don't you just eat whole foods? I eat more whole foods than any of these motherfuckers out there. So when you're talking about supplements, why don't you just do food instead of supplements? I'm eating more actual natural whole foods than all of you motherfuckers out there pointing the fingers at me, saying that I should just eat foods. But I'm aware of what the fuck's going in me. You guys are putting all these chemicals and shit in you, putting all this fucking stuff in you, thinking you're doing a good thing. And when you're young, that stuff doesn't show up. Things chip away at you, chip away until you get sick when you're fucking older. You know, another thing, I'm doing this right now as we fucking speak. Jerry likes beer. Yes, of course Jerry likes beer. Jerry had a substance abuse problem. Jerry does not like the way alcohol, I'm talking to myself in third person here, but I don't like the way alcohol makes me feel. Matter of fact, many of the American beers have glyphosate in them. This one is from Germany, does not have the glyphosate. It is fucking imported. It tastes just like Heineken. There's almost fucking zero difference. I like Heineken. Zero difference with zero alcohol. Matter of fact. Salute, motherfuckers. Bottom line is, guys, here. I'm trying to help you guys. I'm not out here to point fingers at anybody. I'm not out here to tell you what you're doing wrong or make you feel bad or anything like that. I'm trying to help you guys because I honestly didn't have this help. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have this. I watched my family members die of cancer. I watched how they ate because that's the way I was raised. I watched how they ate. I watched how they didn't exercise. I watched all these things. I've seen it in people around me, my family, other families, my friends' family, my ex-girlfriend's families, whatever. I've seen how food affects them over time. And I've also seen that by my age, at 43, there's a lot of people out there at 43 on a lot of medications, having a lot of health complications and issues. Knock on wood, I'm not having them despite all the shit that I did to my body when I was younger, because much of my diet through that time wasn't wasn't chemically laden. And when I say chemicals, people go, Jerry, we have chemicals. Stop the bullshit. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Glyphosate is never supposed to be in our body, okay? Half of these chemicals that are out there that flavor shit are never supposed to go in our body. Some of them are actually anti-foaming agents. Some of the shit, they're plastic, like PVC, and we're ingesting that shit because it's in some of the stuff. And I'm like, that was never meant to go in our body. Of course we're gonna have issues. And right now, I bet you right now there's somebody watching this, doesn't give a fuck, thinks I'm absolutely crazy, but I bet you there's a lot of people right now my age watching this, maybe a little bit younger and definitely older, that know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I have a friend who's in his 40s, early 40s, and his doctor has suggested to him just to try this experiment, right? So he came to me and said, what do you think about this? No sugar, no alcohol, no gluten, what else is there? No dairy. I mean, there was a whole list of things he can't do for 6 months. Doctor said, just do this for 6 months. Now, he's not even not a healthy guy. Now, he is an athlete, so he wants the most out of his body, and his inflammatory markers were high when he got fucking tested. So the doctor was like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring down the inflammation in your body. You're going to heal better, right? You heal better, you'll be able to perform better, you'll be able to push better, you'll be able to train better, everything. So we need to bring that inflammation now. We're going to do it through diet. So he gave him a fucking diet to eat. So 2 weeks into this fucking thing, I'm talking to my buddy, he's explained to me, he's like, yeah, I'm down like 6 pounds. He's like, I'm not even fucking trying. My weight's just dropping. He's like, and no caffeine, zero caffeine, no coffee, nothing like that. 6 months. The doctor said after 6 months, if he's not convinced he's on the fucking right plan, he would just go back to doing whatever the fuck he did. Now, basically, this doctor put him on the Tom Brady plan. Basically, with Tom Brady, we know how Tom Brady is, his body is at 41 years old. We see how he acts and how he's able to perform compared to a lot of people half his age. He's still up there banging heads with those young guys. There's 25-year-olds. He's 41. He's outdoing them all still. And he continuously fucking game after game after year is doing better because he changed his view on the way he eats and trains. Now, training we got to do for our specific sports. If you're a bodybuilder, there's no way around it. You got to go in the gym, bust your ass, fucking kill yourself. You're powerlifting, you got to do fucking back-breaking work. That's all there is to it. You can't change your training to help your joints and shit like that. You just got to fucking train. But the diet can be changed, and 90% of how you feel is the diet. So my buddy calls me, he's telling me I lost weight and this is happening. So how do you feel? And he goes, dude, I feel like I have energy. He's like, I feel good. Like, I physically feel good. My skin looks better. He's like, overall, he goes, in 2 weeks, I feel like a different person. That was just by changing those things. And I'll be honest with you guys, you don't know you feel like shit. You have no idea that you actually feel ill. So what happens is it eventually slowly builds up a little bit at a time. And you'd be surprised what you can tolerate a little bit at a time till all of a sudden you're at a point where it just feels natural to be tired, to be fatigued, to not heal right, to be on a medication. And then you don't even know. It's only when people start to detox their bodies and start to eat better and exercise more that when they go back to eat that other shit and stop exercising, they realize, well, fuck, I feel like shit. Like, I feel like lethargic. I'm tired. My fucking head hurts. Like, all this other shit. Like, you don't even realize you feel like shit. It's like Vicodins. For the first time you take a Vicodin, you don't feel good. You feel ill. You literally feel sick. It's your body telling you, this is a poison. I don't want this. What you do is you get so fucked up, you fall asleep, but you feel physically ill. Most people don't want to eat them on shit. After you take them for a day or two, all that goes away. Your body adapts to it and accepts the fact that it's in there, and you start to feel normal because you feel like shit, and feeling like shit is normal. Like, I can't express to you how many times people have felt like absolute dog shit and didn't even know they felt like dog shit because that was their reality. That reality became their new normal. So they feel quote unquote normal. When they do something where they're forced to do something like, a detox, a fast, whatever the case may be, or they get ill, they get sick, they're laid up for a few days, they don't have the sugar, they don't have the caffeine, they don't have any of that shit while they're ill. When they go back to fucking being normal after they're ill, they feel like shit again because of the food. My dad is a perfect example. He wound up getting pneumonia one year, and he was a heavy smoker. Well, he couldn't smoke while he had pneumonia. His lungs were all fucked up. So he was laid up for fucking probably 3 or 4 weeks with pneumonia where he felt like shit and he couldn't smoke. Well, when he was done with pneumonia, he was like, why the fuck am I going to go back to smoking? I feel great. Like, I feel like I can actually... That was only 4 weeks. He was like, I can breathe better. Like, I feel like fucking... I feel good. And he didn't feel the withdrawals as bad because he was sick with the flu. So he never smoked again. To the day he died, he never smoked again. Because his new reality was he felt good. He knew if he was going back to smoking, he would have trouble breathing again because that's what happens when you smoke. You can deny it all you want, but your fucking lung volume is not the same. Your lung strength is not the same. And at the same time, you got sick a lot more because your body's all those chemicals, dangerous chemicals that don't belong in the body, poisoning you all the fucking time. So he was healthier after that. He didn't get sick as much. It was amazing until he finally got cancer of his lungs, which more than likely was due to the secondhand smoke from my mom over time, because he was a smoker, so was my mom. My mom never quit. She smoked in the house. The secondhand smoke probably got to him, as well as lungs probably never fully healed from the 35 years of smoking he did previously. But he felt great. He had cancer and didn't even know he had cancer. When the cancer came back and he was dying, he didn't even feel that bad then. He had 24 hours to live and he didn't even feel that bad before he died. He had wasting from the fucking cancer and he still didn't feel as bad because he was eating different things. He wasn't smoking. He wasn't putting the chemicals in his body. So be aware, guys. There's so much stuff that goes on out there. And like, I don't know, like there's lots of people out there that are emotionally attached to foods. They're emotionally attached to different systems of eating and ways of life. Like vegans, I feel like are mostly emotionally attached to that lifestyle. It's not so much about health because many of them are not necessarily healthier. They may lose weight, but they're not necessarily healthier. But they're emotionally attached to that. I'm not emotionally attached to eating like this. I've been little by little trying to figure out how to feel better and minimize the effects of chemicals and shitty foods on my body in the long term, especially 40 years old and up, that, I've been feeling better and better and better and better. And it's just been a nonstop consistent thing for years now since I stopped looking at all foods being the same. All calories are okay. All foods are okay. Everything's okay. Listen, I'm not here to change anybody's fucking mind. I don't give a fuck. You want to eat shit the rest of your life and fucking make medications? I don't give a fuck. Go do it. You know what I mean? That is your fucking choice. That's your journey. But those of you out there right now that are wondering, that are curious, that know the truth, but you're having a hard time figuring out, things like this. Things like changing your oatmeal, changing your candies to some organic shit instead of fucking bullshit, changing your protein bars with all kinds of shit to natural bars, get rid of the fucking alcohol with all the fucking Monsanto's Roundup and shit, get a non-alcoholic beer so you can still have beer with your fucking wings and pizza and shit and not put the poison in your fucking body. And then you feel like $1 million. And even then, it's like, there's still a little bit of alcohol in this. People, Drew, there's still a tiny bit of alcohol. So that's why I only have it literally on Sunday. I have a few beers on Sunday, which are, maybe, you can't get drunk off the shit, but they're maybe, it's like 2%, 0.02% alcohol, what the fuck's in it? 0.05, so there's a 0.5% of alcohol in this by volume. Well, I'm also aware that's in there. But I'm also aware that is much more minimal than drinking fucking 3 real beers. Like, and it has the same effect. I don't want to be drunk. If you're drinking to get drunk, hold up a fucking ballgame. But if you drink because you like beer, have the non-alcoholic beer. Go look at fucking Collister. I think that's how you say it. Collister? Go look at that shit. Get this shit and drink it next to a Heineken. You'll be able to tell the fucking difference. Pour it in a Heineken bottle, I can't tell the difference. So be aware, guys. My goal is to help you guys. My goal is to be fit and healthy in my older age. Not my old age, because I'm not old yet. But healthy and fit in my older age. And try to do the best that I can. And if I don't pass this information along, and this information dies with me, what fucking good is it? I'm one person on this fucking earth, and if I can make a difference through the fucking entire world, somebody's watching this Japan right now, Scotland, wherever, if I can make a difference in those fucking countries from doing the shit that I'm doing, I want to do it. It's not about money, it's about fucking changing the world. All change happens within one person when they decide to fucking change. When they decide to make a change and they fucking spread the word they made a change, it gives people ideas, it gives people inspiration, it gives them motivation, it gives them time to now change the things that they're doing so that they don't get into the spot that they eventually get in if they see that you're doing it. So that's the whole goal, guys. So chime in below and let me know if you guys have had anything that you guys have changed in your lives to try to make yourself healthier and be more aware of what's going on and how your outcomes were. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling like $1 million at 43 years old, and it just keeps getting better. The better that I eat, the longer that I eat better, I just feel better and better and better. And that, there's no amount of money in the world that can pay for that. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStraining.com is a blog. It's the Feeling Better Everyday Bicep. First, you get that sleeve up there. Feel better everyday bicep. And we are out.